Inhale for me, darling. And exhale. Because we have some magic happening in the studio today. We have Simply Sayo, baby. Give a kiss.
Oh, I love you, baby. How you doing, baby?
There's something I want to deal with you with, Sayo.
What did I do?
My sister, you told me what's wrong.
You know what it is, yeah? This is literally my world. We are all living on this earth for the amount of time that we will live on. I'll be damned if I don't have the kind of experience that I want to have.
At the point I'm in my life right now, yeah, I need to live for me. Unless I am suppressing I am killing myself.
No,
How
honestly.
many people are dead already? That's why they are trying to inflict that death on you.
Because to live doesn't mean you're alive. Don't
Hey,
worry about me.
I
I
do
do higher. I know what I desire. Higher. Come on, man.
And yes, I call the shot. I am the umpire.
I sprinkle holy water upon the vampire.
But because there are vampires, there
are people that are
life-sucking people.
Sucking butt. They're sucking butt.
Rebuke all you life-sucking people. Take it.
Die.
Waka waka, eh.
I'm actually witnessing this right now. Honestly, I didn't prepare myself for
I
this.
hate projection, and people love to project, and it's because they want to feel more vindicated in the ways that they've allowed themselves to be controlled.
Exactly.
Yeah, they want to be able to not care. They want to be able to live as loudly and as boldly and as authentically as they see people living, but they're too scared. And then they'll see someone doing it so effortlessly,
And it's like, how
they're
dare
envious.
you? It's like, how
they're
dare
envious.
You? How dare you live the life I want to live? And I cannot live it. When you're the one who prevented yourself from living the life. Get out of my
Every
face,
year,
Joe.
around 300 babies are born with sickle cell. Sickle cell is the only genetic condition that is on the rise.
I've seen conversations that you've had in the past of what it was like being with your sister when she had a sickle cell crisis. Can you bring someone into that world who may not understand it?
There are no words. When my sister was having crisis episodes, every time I think about it, it gets me so emotional because she was in so much pain. Like, it haunts me.
For healthcare professionals watching this, what single word or sentence would you say to them when it comes to the care of sickle cell patients?
It's your duty. It's your duty.
What are you still trying to prove to yourself?
That
Welcome back to another episode of World of Our Own podcast. We are so happy, especially today, and grateful that you decided to click in to watch this week's podcast because, oh my God, it is a special day. I promise you. Steph, tell them why.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special, delicious, tantalizing
We
guest.
do.
Someone that you guys have been bombarding us to bring on board.
That's right.
And guess what? We have, what would you quantify as?
She is a master of poetry, a master of authenticity, a master of showing up.
Absolutely.
A force to be reckoned with. The one and only
Simply Sayo!
We have Simply Sayo in the studio today, guys. And we're gonna get into the episode in a little bit.
Yep.
For those of you who have never met us before, I am your one and sometimes ever so chaotic host, Sam.
And I am Omoba Sev.
Right, and if this is your first time in this space, this is the number one space on the internet where we have all things authentic, candid, unfiltered conversations about all things life, baby. And that's really what we're going to do today.
Yes.
Guys, today we're talking about what it means to truly be confident in this day and age, what it means to live a free and childlike life, because Shayo's an embodiment of that.
Oh, yes.
And she goes into detail. She's going to give you practical tips on if you're not feeling confident about yourself. She literally gives us practical tips on how we can feel more confident instantly. And then she also talks about her work in sickle cell awareness. And I think you guys will be shocked at the reality of what it is to live through a sickle cell crisis. Literally, it is so insightful. I promise it's going to move you to action. It's moved us to action.
Yes,
and it's
it
touched
does.
us so much.
Yep.
And I can't wait for you guys to enjoy this episode.
Same.
Should we let them get into it?
Oh, yes.
Okay, guys, this is Simply Sayo. Welcome back to another episode of the World of Our Own podcast. Hey guys, it's Sam here. I know you're thinking, why the hell would you stop us right at the beginning of the episode? But it's very important. Guys, you know me and Seth pride ourselves on giving you guys the highest quality possible when it comes to audio and video on this podcast. But unfortunately, sometimes technology just kicks you in the damn ass. And this episode, it really did. So there are some parts of the episode where the audio just isn't the greatest, but I promise you, for the most part, the audio is amazing, and I hope the bad parts doesn't ruin your listening experience. I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna let you guys get back into the episode. Enjoy. Guys, you guys already know from the beginning of the video, we have something spicy in the studio today. We have something amazing for you guys. Get comfortable. We're so grateful that you guys have decided to join us for this week's episode. We're so grateful. We do not take your time for granted. Now. Inhale for me, darling, and exhale. Because we have some magic happening in the studio today. We have a master of poetry. Yeah. An artist to the core.
Yes.
Yeah. She's an actor that will go
with
on
masters
to win Oscars, with masters, undergraduate, a babe for life, the master of audacity, of audaciousness. We have Simply Sayo, baby. Give a kiss.
Oh, I love you, baby. How you doing, baby? I love being eulogized. I love being eulogized. I'm so happy to be here, honestly.
My God. And I can't lie, you look sweet.
Me look good.
You
Thank
look
you, baby.
good,
Yes,
darling.
goodie.
Damsel. And it's not really damsel in distress.
This is just another day.
It's the colour for me.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, baby.
Guys, get comfortable. We have a lot we're going to discuss today. Most importantly, we're going to be discussing about your work and your activism with Sickle Cell. But before we get into that, there's something I really want to hammer on. There's something I want to deal with you with Shayo first.
Okay. What did I do?
My sister, you've done a lot wrong. You in the hot seat today, baby.
Oh my God.
Oh. I really want to start from, because one thing, so we called this podcast World of Our Own for a reason. Yes. And for me, so guys, if you don't already, shout out to our first guest.
Hi.
We gave it to you, baby. You've been asking, you've been in the comments.
Yes.
No, the way they've been tagging me. Shit.
I'm just like, well, this woman, we will not scare this woman away. We're not even tagging her. Literally, we get comments all the time. And so this podcast is called World of Our Own, right? And one thing, I'm so happy that you're our first guest. One thing about you is, and do you know what I'm about to say?
I'm about to find out.
We are living in Shayo's world.
Yes.
And I really need you, because confidence and literally living in a world of your own is something we speak about a lot on this podcast. And a lot of our conversation revolves around that confidence and the confidence it takes to really own your life. And one thing you do, baby, is own your life.
Who else is going to own it for me?
I need to know where that comes from. Is it something you were born with? Is it something you
see the way she's
I'm even posturing right now. I'm getting ready.
One thing is, when I see you, I have to fix up, because I'm just like, that's a woman who knows who she is. She knows who she is. Oh my God, I keep forgetting about this. Guys, we've got a whole new camera set up, as you can see. As you can see, baby. So let me know.
Try not to give yourself whiplash.
Hey, baby, no, for real.
No, don't give your children.
I keep forgetting that.
It's like 4 cameras.
Even Seb has his own camera.
I'm trying to focus as much as possible.
I love it.
Literally.
Shayo, talk to us. Yes, baby. Where does this confidence come from? Where does your audaciousness come from? Because I think more people need it in this life. During lunch, we were speaking about people living under shame and how people don't have agency on their lives because they may be living under shame, because they may be lacking a certain amount of confidence, or they may feel like their life belongs to someone else, or they may feel like life is happening for them rather than them happening to life. Speak to me. Where the hell does this come from?
So I think I'm trying to think if there was even like a particular moment in my life.
Was there a traumatic experience? That's what I need to know.
How much time do you have? How much time do you have if we're going to be talking about trauma? Oh, honestly. You know what it is, yeah? This is literally my world. I can't put it any more simply. We are all living on this earth for the amount of time that we will live on it. I'll be damned if I don't have the kind of experience that I want to have. And I know I'm saying that from a place of privilege, in the sense that there's a lot of the world that are not able to take any kind of control over their lives because of factors outside of themselves that are, you know, governing their lives for them. But within the context of, you know, of where we are right now, we have so much more control over our lives than we generally entitle ourselves to believe.
Or
And
maybe why the society makes us believe.
Exactly. And it comes from just deciding to do things just because you want to do it. You also need to not have a fear of how people are going to perceive you, because as far as I'm concerned, the only opinion that matters about me is myself.
Because that's how it should be. Let's be so for real. And
Like,
I think it is that knowing and that understanding that, like, my life is actually...
No, it's mine.
I make my choices. I'm responsible for my choices. And that's where that confidence comes from.
Do you know what it is? I think because I'm a very disagreeable woman, I'm a very stubborn woman. I'm a very wicked
it sounded like
woman as well.
it sounded like accolades, you know.
Do you know what? I love that you emphasize wicked.
No,
Every
I
time I
am.
tell Sev, I'm kind of wicked sometimes. He's like,
No, you have to be, you know.
No, you're not wicked.
I am a little bit
I
sometimes.
know you. You're not wicked.
I am a little bit sometimes. I am.
I don't care what you're not. Oh, you're not wicked. Yes.
Wicked or Shiwo.
Yeah, because
No,
I'm a soft
I
baby.
am.
I'm butterflies and
Calm
rainbows,
down.
baby.
No,
Tell me.
You know, I think it's honestly just that, especially as a woman, we are socialized from when you are a young girl, when you're small pekin, to start shrinking yourself. I'm already 5'1". How much shrinkier can I get?
Your size suits you though.
Do you know what it is? I've got a Napoleon complex. So,
what?
Napoleon complex.
Tell me.
Little man syndrome. Because in my head, I'm actually an African giant.
Same. I'm 10 foot.
12. Not competition, but yeah, 12. 12.
Period.
I can't deal with you guys.
Because my spirit is not how I physically look.
Like, because every time, whenever people like see me outside and, you know, like people meet me for the first time, it's like, oh my God, oh, you're a lot shorter in person. Oh my gosh, I thought you were so much taller than what you are.
No, but you
It's
give
like,
short on.
Yeah, I do, because I have big clit energy. Look at you. He has. No, I'm pointing at you first. Don't point at me. He had clit, and he's always look at him. Look at him.
I didn't realize what you said until one
Look
later.
at him.
I was like,
If you look at both of us, he's the one with the
You're a bad boy. You're a bad boy.
Everyone knows who you are. Everyone knows who you are. You can't do innocent. See, she read you like a book. No, read like a book.
so I'm
Not even.
I said, whoa.
innocent of the two of you.
I said, whoa.
Do you know what? I think, like, going back to, you know, being like being the way like young girls are socialized, we're literally taught to shrink ourselves. We're taught to be so considerate of how other people perceive us, because the burden of responsibility is placed on us for how other people treat us. You know, even down to like policing the way that we dress. Oh, don't wear this because of men. Don't do this because of men, as opposed to pointing the finger at the way other people are treating you.
The men are looking at you and treating you. Yeah, absolutely.
And so when you're constantly being inundated with expressions that are basically blaming you, that are telling you that, oh, don't do this, don't do that, it really does something to you mentally. Because it's tiring. It's so tiring. Like, aren't you tired of shrinking yourself? Aren't you tired of
Because
not
you're having
being
to
confident?
constantly chop and change yourself.
It's so jarring. And I quite literally think there was a point where, like, I don't know what happened. The one bit of trauma that my brain probably suppressed. And I literally just said, F it.
Trauma suppressor.
I just said, F it. I was just like, I'm going to do and say and feel and be exactly who it is I am. Because for me, it's like, if whatever the consequences of being myself is, whatever that costs me is worth it, because at least I'm myself. At least I am the person that I am. At least I am who it is I think I am. Like, and so when you get to that point where you're just tired of being so considerate of how everyone is going to perceive you,
receive you,
how they're going to receive you, how they're going to
yeah.
experience you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you know what? The only opinion that matters, the only experience that matters is mine. And with that comes this, you need to be very like steadfast and comfortable in the idea with the possibility of people not receiving that well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's absolutely fine. There have been many people who don't receive me well. I don't give a heck.
I feel like a lot of people don't even realize their own socialism in the first place, or how they've been socialized. So how am I gonna go out of my way to listen to you and listen to you on how you think I should live my life? You haven't pissing me off for being that.
No, honestly, why you even there? Why you in his way? Why are you in his way?
Why did you do that?
Sarah, I told you. This episode is on you.
You got.
You're
having a conversation.
It's on you.
Can you imagine?
It's on you.
Prepare to get bullied.
I love. Guys, we are interrupting your listening. We have to. We're so sorry. I know you are probably, I hope so, enjoying the episode.
Of course.
But we have to let you guys know that if you watch us regularly on YouTube and you are not subscribed, go and do the necessary.
Press that red
you
button.
love us. Let us know you love us. Press that red button and subscribe to World of Our Own.
Yes.
We also want you to leave a comment on this episode,
Absolutely.
whether you are on Apple Music, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, just Spotify, right?
Yeah, Spotify.
Spotify or YouTube. Leave a comment, letting us know what you think about this episode and what you think about everything that we are exploring. We want to hear your voices, okay? The last thing we need you to do is give us
5 stars.
5 stars, baby, on every listening platform. Okay, should we let them get back into the episode?
Yes.
Okay, guys, we're going to let you guys get back into the episode. Enjoy the rest of our conversation with Simply Sayo.
People are so concerned with conformity and fitting in and things like that. I have a superiority complex.
You've said it a lot of the time. I like it.
Honestly,
I'm being dead ass. This is my life. Like, how you experience me is dependent on how you treat me. Do you know what I mean? Like, even at lunch, I was saying that as well. Like, it's not treat people how you want to be treated. No. That's not good. No. No.
If you treat me wicked, I'll put you in the ground.
I will show you just how wicked is supposed to be. Because I never go out of my way to hurt people. I never go out of my way to like just out of nowhere just
wicked
attack.
someone.
Yeah, wicked someone.
Anyhow, someone.
No, you know. But there are some people that do genuinely go out of their way to try to make you, to try to put you down, to try to, you know, make you feel like less than you are. If the minute I sense any kind of condescension or patronizing,
you're gone.
when people try to humble you, it's not because of, you know, they're concerned about how other people are going to perceive you. It's because it's to keep them comfortable. It's to make them feel better about themselves and to not feel so inadequate in your presence. I never look at confident people or people doing well and be like, oh yeah, but calm down. No. I'm not a hater. Like, it does not
because
impact
you
me.
have every
I
right
have
to do
my
that.
own confidence.
Yeah, you have
I
every
have
right
my
to do that.
own.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, I have my own confidence.
Absolutely,
It's not diminished by anybody. Nobody, not like quite literally, nobody can make me feel less than. It's impossible. It's impossible. Like, it's not gonna happen. Like,
oh my God.
I don't intimidate easy. And mind you, it's even funny because growing up, people were saying that I was intimidating. Mind you, they were just colorist.
Sorry. I hear it.
Because I was 4 foot nothing. You're telling me I'm intimidating. Get out of my face. Like, what are we talking about? Like,
Oh
what?
my God.
So they were saying you were intimidating.
Yeah. Even teachers, don't mind them. Silly billies. There was one incident where my old PE teacher, Mr. Peters.
Hey, call him by name.
Peters or Peter, it doesn't matter. But we were sat outside. Someone was talking. I think earlier that day, I had gotten a head teacher award. I'm an overachiever. I had gotten a head teacher's award for something, right? we were outside, he was teaching the class, and somebody was talking over him. He thought that it was me. Come and see this buffoon,
This dinosaur.
this buffalo, this mongrel, this weary.
We're getting there.
Now come and shout at me and say, oh, Ade, oh, why are you talking? Oh, is it because you think you're better than everyone? Mind you, I was like, what, 10, 9 maybe? I was so confused. Because, oh, is it because you got an award? You think you're better than everyone? You think the rules don't apply to you? I'm like, who are you chatting to? Who you chat like what? I was so confused because it was like in that moment I immediately knew that, oh, he's trying to put me down. He's trying to undermine my achievement. And I clocked onto that from when I was young. And I've had so many teachers try and do that in different ways. They love chipping away at kids.
There's some horrible teachers.
Don't know the horrible teachers out there. There are genuinely some horrible teachers out there.
Because your life is a miserable mess. Now
no, honestly,
you want to destroy
bullying
mine.
a child.
Teachers like that is bad.
Crazy. So there have been so many instances where like, and I'm just very intolerant of that. And so whenever people have done that, I have always defended myself. Always stood up for myself. No matter the consequence. That's something that I have always done. Even when the first time I got bullied, one stupid boy, Luke, he wanted to go come and bully me. Bastard. That bloody fool. He wanted to bully me. He bullied me for one day. I cried. My friend went to tell my brother on the other side of the playground. My brother came. I'm there crying. He said, what's going on? What's wrong? And then I said, oh, he's bullied me. He said, mommy is as big as a double-decker bus. You know how sensitive kids are about their mums, didn't it? He said my mom was as big as a double-decker bus. Mind you, like, that's just, like, it's just not true. But it's like, why are you talking bad about my mom?
Of course, yeah.
My brother is down like, so why are you telling me? Go beat him up.
That's a brother.
He said, go and beat him up then. And it's like something switched in my brain that day. That's when I got the taste for beating boys. I didn't stop beating boys until year 9. This was in year 2. From year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I was beating boys.
So you're a warrior when you're
I was. When I tell you I was wicked.
You're gonna tell she's a warrior from the nails alone. From the
You
nails,
don't know.
black on black.
those are male
You
killing
don't
nails.
know. He picked on me that day. He got a taste of it. My brother told me to beat him up. I said, okay, cool, no problem. And it's like something switched in me. It's like, oh, it's like I didn't even know that it was an option to defend myself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's very, do you know what I mean? So like when he said that, I was just like, oh, okay. The next day he wanted to come and bully me again. He was picking on me, him and his stupid goons.
White boy.
Yeah. He pulled out my braid. He pulled out my braid. Pulled out my braid.
No, like that's your white guys in our
honestly,
generation.
Demons.
I didn't say it.
Actually demonic.
Y'all heard it.
Actually demonic. So he pulled out my braid. I got up and I kicked him so hard.
In the nuts.
Yes, in the nuts. And then he was so shocked. He didn't know what to, he wasn't expecting it. I'm now chasing him around the playground. I tackle him. I'm punching him. My brother told me to beat him up, so I beat him up. It was that day that I got a taste for beating boys.
That was your villain arc.
That was my villain arc.
Damn.
I got it out of I started early. Beat boys. Beat that boy. Beats that boy.
That's actually because some of them need to hear it. Some of them need to be beat.
Honestly,
I had the scenario the other day that you went to go and marry another man when you were engaged with one in London. You went to Nigeria to go and engage another woman. I feel like under this patriarchal misogynist society,
beat men.
a lot of men are very audacious.
Because they don't get beaten enough.
Very my sister. What did you do?
They don't get beat. This is my ministry. This is my ministry. It's the muscle memory from when I was permanent Luke. All the boys have been beaten. No, because you know what? I think no. It's true now. You're getting me mad. You're getting me mad now. It's muscle memory at this point because I beat a lot of people's sons.
Oh my goodness.
Because mind you, remember, it was not unprovoked. They came to me.
They tried you. They tried you. Yeah.
They tried me, and I dealt with them. And because I was short African girl, they thought that I was gonna be an easy target.
Wow. Even the glass has to respond to that.
The glasses really said, no, sis, I hear you.
Terminator. They
My
don't
God.
know. No, honestly, like, I think it's very important to be an example of a disagreeable, loud, blunt woman who isn't scared to be herself. Shame is put upon so many things to control our pleasure, to control the way that we experience the world. That, like, it's so sinister. And so, like, I just don't want a part of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm more than happy, like, even if it costs me every single friendship, I'll still choose just being myself.
Absolutely.
Like, even if no matter what it costs me, it will be it's worth it. That is my core tenet. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's something very, very important to me. Truth and, like, just being myself. Those are things that I do not play about. I honor the sovereignty that I have over my life. Like, and
the thing is, you see it in the way you show up. You see it in your identity. You see it in your authenticity. Look at the colours, for example.
Honestly,
So
I hate neutrals. I hate beige. I hate all that clean girl.
you hate clean girls.
It pisses me off because you think you have style because you're wearing beige and brown, babes.
Speak on it. Thank you.
Because you're wearing beige, brown and cream. You think you have
What is
style?
style to you?
For me, style is having the ability to put pieces together in a way that otherwise wouldn't have been done, or just mixing things. Yeah, just like reflects your identity and doesn't feel like it's a performance. It doesn't feel like a checkbox. I don't have a personal style because I will wear whatever it is I want to wear, whatever it is I feel good in, whatever it is I feel like I look good in. Some days it will be, it will be like colorful, it'll be big, it'll be agbada. No, honestly, agbada.
Yeah.
Because
honestly.
I wear agbada, I have my Uncle Love
Collection.
character. And I think it just shows up even in my content as well. Like, I'm a very, like, expressive person. I've always been very, very expressive.
Yes, that's one thing I've realised. Like, you're very playful in the way
I'm
you
very
live.
playful, yeah.
You're very there was a word like almost like I'm about to use a dumb word that doesn't exist.
If you use it, interpret it.
Like, you're very fantastical. Like, you're very
Whimsical. Whimsy. Who doesn't love a little bit of whimsy?
Who doesn't love a bit of whimsy?
Interpret.
In this life, you have to be whimsical.
Honestly,
What's whimsical?
I don't live in your world, baby. I live in your world.
I'm whimsical. We are all whimsical.
That's what's good. You're saying you're very la. I mean, even when you're talking like I'm very in my own world.
Wow, man, I'm honestly just in my own world because
And I feel like honestly everyone would be happier if they're just a little bit more whimsical.
people need whimsy in their
A
life.
lot of us are very miserable.
It's because they lack whimsy.
It's very scary. You lack
They
agency
lack
of your life.
whimsy.
You lack whimsical.
Yeah, it's because they're trying. It's because
You're trying
because
to
of
fit into the box of the world.
conformity.
Absolutely.
Conformity
Absolutely.
is so like. Why would you want to conform?
Why
But I
would
think
you?
a lot of there's. It's very
Ew.
nuanced. No, it's actually yuck.
Ew.
It's actually yuck.
Actually, ew.
Like, it's actually yuck.
I don't
It's
want
actually
it.
very yuck.
Cobwebs,
Very yuck.
rubbish.
It's
Everything's
disgusting.
disgusting.
It
You guys,
actually pisses me off.
My
honestly.
mouth is even getting dry.
No, honestly,
after
actually
this
pisses me off.
pod, you guys should just be brothers and sisters.
Let's not be angry.
We're twins. You don't know. You don't know. We're twins now.
That's a light the world of fire, baby.
Check your best
Taiwan
certificate.
KD. Come on.
Even both of you, the way you laugh, yeah? God.
Babe, you honestly really do inspire me because I feel like one thing I always, even like at this point in my life, I'm fighting against is to live an authentic life. I will not be like you. I don't care what you think I am. I don't care what you think you say about me. I don't care what you say, oh, Sam, you like this. Shut up. I'm
Literally, shut up.
in my life right now, yeah? I need to live for me unless I am suppressing I am killing myself.
No,
I say all
honestly.
the time, so many people are dead already. That's why they are trying to inflict that death on you.
Because
They
to live
also
doesn't mean you're alive.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. And who higher. And what I desire is my empire. Come on, man. Come on. When she
And
said
yes,
because to live doesn't mean you're
call the
alive.
shots.
Yes.
I am the umpire.
I sprinkle holy water upon the vampire.
But because there are vampires, there
No,
are
they people that are succubuses.
Sucking
Succubus. They're succubus.
Time.
Incubuses.
I rebuke all you life sucking people. Take it.
Go and die.
Waka waka eh.
I'm actually witnessing this right now. I didn't prepare myself for this.
It really pisses me
No,
off.
it's jarring. It's jarring.
When
it's
people
jarring.
try and put you in a box, or when people try to mold you
Yes.
and say you have to be and act and look and present
Yes,
and somehow be the specific way.
It's
Stop
control.
it.
It's
just
just
because you've
about
been controlling your
control.
own life, you want to put that control
Yes,
on me.
yes. I hate projection. I hate projection, and people love to project, and it's because they want to feel more vindicated in the ways that they've allowed
and
themselves to be
convicted.
controlled.
Exactly.
They want to feel
they wanna
like-
justify it for their own life,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Because it's like they'll look at you and like they want to be able to not care. They want to be able to live as loudly and as boldly and as authentically as they see people living, but they're too scared. They're too scared of the consequences. They're too scared of the fallout. They don't know how to even go about it. They overthink it. Do you know what I mean? And then they'll see someone doing it so effortlessly, and
it's like, how
they're
dare you?
envious.
It's like,
yeah,
how
they're
dare you?
envious.
How
like,
dare you?
It's
How
crazy.
dare you live the life I want to live, and I cannot live it? When you're the one who prevented yourself from living the life. Get off my face, John.
No, honestly.
Let's be moving on because I'm getting pissed off now as well.
Yeah, honestly.
Me too, I
Seb,
would-
you're pissing me
in
off.
fact, in fact, give me those claws.
No,
Let
honestly,
me borrow your
Seb
claws. Thank you.
is even pissing me off, man. Just there, just...
You guys are already blowing my head. I'm thinking, wait, who am I to safeguard? Should I safeguard this one? I mean, this one.
Someone come and say, Seb.
I am so flabbergasted because it's like I don't even know the right word to use. So
Let's honestly move on. I really want to talk about your work
Yes.
in sickle cell advocacy. Because, guys, if you don't know, 9 out of 10 sickle cell sufferers are Black people. And this is why this is a very relevant conversation for this space. And the work that Sayo does is so inspiring. And let's start from what is sickle cell for anyone who doesn't know. Please let us know in like the most basic way you can. And what does it mean for someone who lives with sickle cell?
So, sickle cell is a hereditary blood condition that is characterized by the abnormaling of and sickling of red blood cells, otherwise healthy red blood cells. On a microscopic level, a red blood cell is round and has a dent in it, whereas people who have sickle cell, their blood is jagged and shaped like a sickle, like a crescent moon. And so because of this, it causes blockages, which then restrict blood flow. And because of the shaping, the blood cells are deoxygenated, and so the blood is not carrying oxygen throughout the body to essentially nourish the body. When a blockage happens, it leads to a sickle cell crisis episode, which is when again the blood has been blocked in an artery or vein somewhere, and it's severe pain. A crisis episode, crisis pain has been described as being worse than cancer pain, chemotherapy pain. It is unbearable because there is no threshold. When you stub your toe, you know that it's going to hurt you, but it reaches a peak and then it kind of subdues. With the pain of a crisis episode, there is no threshold. There is absolutely no threshold. It can keep on going and keep on getting worse and worse and worse. And so because of that, people living with sickle cell need very, very powerful painkillers. Unfortunately, because we live in a system of white supremacy and anti-blackness, people who are most impacted by this, obviously predominantly being people of Black, African, Caribbean descent, within the medical infrastructure, when they are having crisis episodes, unfortunately, some medical professionals who aren't well versed or very knowledgeable about sickle cell will see a black person asking for strong painkillers, and they will typecast them and will dismiss them as just being junkies or drug addicts. And so because of that, people who are living with sickle cell, when having a crisis episode, because of the terrible experiences that the majority of them have had within the medical industry, they would quite literally rather just try and self-medicate at home and deal with a painful crisis at home, because at least they're not having to deal with the racism and medical racism. So yeah, that is what sickle cell is. It's a hereditary blood condition that is passed on from two parents who are carriers of the sickle cell trait, being that they are both AS genotypically. Their genotype is AS. So that is as succinct as I think I can make it.
Just to add on to that, so when a couple, so one AS couple and one AS couple get together, there is a 1 out of 4 risk of there being a baby who's born with sickle cell.
You can do like a Punnett square, where you put AS, and then you kind of you'll work out the likelihood. But yeah, two people who have AS, is very likely that your child will have sickle cell, and definitely be and will more likely be a carrier. I come from a family of, all of my brothers are AS, they're all carriers, and all of my sisters had SS, so had sickle cell. So I've lost 2 sisters to sickle cell, one of whom I was named after when she was 6 months old, in Nigeria. And then my other sister, Elizabeth, I lost her when she was 9 years old. And then my sister now, Rebecca, she also has sickle cell. And so it's just it's a very, very painful condition, and it's not something that I would wish on anybody. So yeah, that's why it's very important to get a genetic screening, by calling your GP and tell them you're family planning, tell them you're pregnant, to get a genotype screening to find out if you are a carrier of sickle cell, because every year around 300 babies are born with sickle cell. Absolutely. Sickle cell is the only genetic condition that is on the rise, and that is it's terrible. And I think it's due to many factors, but I also think one of the bigger problems is also just the conspiracy of silence around it. A lot of people just don't talk about it, and they're very secretive about it, again, because of shame, because of this perceived sense of, if you just kind of like ignore it, or people just undermining just how serious it is, not really understanding what it is. So yeah, it's very important to get yourself checked, and it's very important to donate blood as well. Black people, I think around 3%, Black people make up less than 3%, around just under 5%, I believe it is, of blood donors in the country. And for people living with sickle cell, the best matched blood is ethnically matched blood. And so that's why my campaign, It Takes a Village, which aims to recruit 16,000 new blood donors from Black heritage backgrounds. Initially, yes, it was 12,000 at the moment of conception, which was a year or 2 ago. But obviously, because sickle cell is on the rise, and people are being diagnosed later on in life as well, it has increased. The demand and the need from the NHS has now increased to 16,000. So it's a year-long regional campaign where I'll be going to different parts of the country to, host events, to host blood drives, etc. We had the first blood drive of the campaign on September 25th, and we broke the record for the most donations in for a blood drive in NHS history. So that is a record that I'm very, very proud of. And I just hope to keep on getting more and more people to donate blood, because there are so many times where people living with sickle cell, when they go to a hospital for blood transfusions and blood exchanges, it's not available, and so they have to, you know, mix it with saline, which isn't blood.
It's not healthy red
It's
blood
not,
cells.
yeah, you know, saline
Which
is
is
not
what they
blood,
need.
you know,
They literally
yeah.
just
And
need
so
healthy red blood
I think
cells.
50% of the time people who need, people living with sickle cell who need blood, they don't get the best quality blood. They have to mix it. And it's something that breaks my heart, because blood donating is so easy. It's so easy and it's so important. There are times where, you know, you never know when you could be in a situation where you are going to need blood, especially with the rise of anti-migrant, anti-black, anti-Muslim, you know, everything,
everything other than
literally
themselves.
everything going
Anti-everything
on
other than
with all of
themselves.
the attacks that people are enjoying. Like in September alone, in the first week or two of September, there were over 50 reported stories of racist attacks. And that's just the reported, mind you, around the country. That's just the reported. People are being attacked, and, you know, goodness forbid that, and it happens to someone that you care about and they need blood, and there's not enough blood. So as much as the campaign obviously is primarily focusing on people, you know, with sickle cell, it benefits the entire community.
And I love how you've pushed that responsibility on the black community, because as I said at the beginning, guys, sickle cell can affect anyone, but 9 out of 10 people are black, if that makes sense. Yep. And as you said, when people with sickle cell, who live with sickle cell, have a sickle cell crisis, it is essential that they get a blood transfusion with a blood type that matches them, which is why I know I've also heard you talk about how important it is to know your blood type, especially when you are going to do this blood transfusion, because that just goes to show how many people you can help. When someone does go to get a blood test, how many people does it help?
So one donation can help, can be used for either 3 adults or 6 children.
She said, think of the children.
Do it for the kids, man. Do it for the kids, man. You know?
So one donation can help 6 children.
6 children or 3 adults.
Do you know how crazy that is? Just one donation, even if you just donate once.
What is the package of?
So the pack of blood is like this kind of size, you know, just roughly. And Guinea.
I love that. No. I actually love that reaction. I want you to tell us how quickly our blood creates blood. Our body creates blood again.
Your body creates blood.
I think this is the mystery around giving blood in the black community.
People think that they're losing. You're not losing anything.
Giving my blood care.
Yeah, like
giving my life.
Yeah,
and that's not the case. That's not how our bodies work.
All.
Tell us how our bodies work.
So, blood is created through like it's produced through like bone marrow. So I'm even doing a bone marrow transplant with my sister in December, which is one of the treatments for sickle cell, just to, you know, like to help her produce you know, better blood essentially. And when you donate blood, by the time that they've taken you've donated the blood, your body's already produced it again.
Your body creates
you
the red
don't
blood cells really
lose
quickly.
anything from it, because your body's already regenerating that thing.
You know why I was like that? Because I remember when I went to the hospital and they brought about 4 or 6 bottles that they wanted to take blood out of me. So the lady was injecting fume otilon. So I was wondering that because I was feeling dizzy at that time. I don't know why. So I was, now that you now did like this, in my mind went straight to that event. I'm thinking that by the time you take this amount of blood out of me,
will I faint?
without being able to walk back home.
I think it's also really important to highlight the safety of this in terms of, so the NHS is quite big on this in terms of there's usually a questionnaire that you will have to fill out before you actually give blood. So usually the instruction is you have to
eat, you have to be of health.
Yeah. You have to be of a certain weight. So they're very thorough. In the questionnaire, they will ask you, your recent travels, because there were some countries that you can't go to and then donate blood for another like 6 months or so. So Nigeria and malaria prone countries are on that list, and so it's because it's easier to just rule them out than to spend extra money and equipment testing blood from people who have just gone to Nigeria, Ghana, etc., to make sure that there's no malaria before using it. It's just it's not cost efficient, and so that's why that restriction is there, as annoying as it is. But they'll ask you your recent travels, your sexual history, your diet, if you've been on any medications.
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
I didn't say anything. I was just like,
Looking at me.
there was your sexual history.
Oh, God, I love my shit. Where's all this coming from? What have I done?
So they'll ask you a bunch of questions, and then once you filled out the questionnaire,
this narrative you're pushing, me that I'm
you don't know he's purely virgin since he was born.
I have never touched a woman.
Purely virgin since he was born.
In fact, if you have a knife right now, I can stand on it.
The cherries on popped.
The hymen is fully intact.
I have never touched a woman.
That waist of yours has been up, down, left, right. I beg. You that's been to Madagascar and back.
Can you hear this guy? Sam, are you posting this?
Tell me what. So in this questionnaire, they ask about sexual history.
Yes, they ask you a bunch of questions, and then once you finish the questionnaire, they take you to a room with a nurse. They'll prick your finger to test your iron. Depending on how quickly your iron sinks in the solution, determines if you're able to donate or not. So if your iron level is fine and your blood sinks quickly, you're good to donate. There was a time where I went to donate and my iron was so low that the blood just floated at the top, and then I was banned from donating for a year. Mine is because I was on my cycle that day. I hadn't eaten and I didn't drink. It was my fault, honestly.
Oh yeah, damn.
Yeah, it was actually like
that must have felt painful though.
Yeah, it was exactly. But it's fine. Whenever I'm not able to donate, I call one of my friends, go and donate blood now, and they go and donate.
Go and donate blood now.
Go and donate blood now, and they'll donate.
I can just imagine that conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, ma.
No, go and donate blood now. Well,
because we have lives to save.
There are lives to save.
I want to lean on that because I think I really don't want this conversation to go over your heads, guys, because I really want us to actually understand the severity of this disease and this condition. And I want to actually go into the health inequality of it in a second, because there's a lot I actually want to say about that, because I work in the NHS as well. So there's a lot I really want to say about that. Can you, just so Black people because the fact is the conversation is not being had. So let's really have the conversation. Can you describe a typical sickle cell crisis for me? And I know you've never experienced it, but I know I've seen conversations that you've had in the past of what it was like being with your sister when she had a sickle cell crisis. Can you bring someone into that world who may not understand it?
A crisis episode is undoubtedly one of the most painful and excruciating, is the worst thing that I've ever experienced in my entire life. And that's just witnessed. Whenever my sister went into hospital for, because of a crisis episode, I knew that it was going to take a massive emotional toll on me. And that's just as someone who cares for her and loves her. The pain that she experienced, she would regularly pass out from the pain. She would literally, like, her eyes would be bloodshot. She would she wouldn't be able to be still. She'd be wreathing in pain. Like, and the thing is, when a child is in pain, they don't care to perform any kind of strength. That's when you know that's the best way to understand just how bad the pain is. When you see a child in having a crisis episode, that's when you know, that's when you can better understand what a crisis episode is. You would be able to hear my sister from the other side of the car park screaming in pain across the road in the hospital. People would be walking past. Like, there was a time where she I think like our mum took her to hospital, and I had finished work, and then I went to go to stay with her, and she was in the middle of another crisis episode. I could hear her from literally the minute I was in a completely different building, and I could hear the screaming. As I got closer and closer to where she was, to the ward that she was, I realized that it was her, and it was unbelievable. She would regularly pass out. She would beg to die. Like, she would literally beg to die because of how painful it is. And so that's when I don't play about conversations around sickle cell, and I don't think it's something that we need to, or we should be pussyfooting around. Get tested. Go and get a genetic screening. It's not something, love is not enough. Love is not,
It's not worth the suffering.
it is not
No.
enough. There have been people living with sickle cell. People don't listen to people living with sickle cell. They don't listen to her experience because they've not seen it. They've not witnessed it. People living with sickle cell have regularly and constantly said, this is, if I knew, or if I found out that my parents knew that they were both carriers, and they still went ahead and had a child, had me regardless, it would be unforgivable. Because the experience, the pain of living, constantly being in and out of hospital, constantly being tired, and in a world where it's a condition that, like, sickle cell is called the invisible condition. One, because, it's not you can't see it. It's not really a symptomatic thing, apart from, jaundice and things like that. It's invisible in
you get a crisis.
Exactly. It's invisible also in the sense that it is something that is overlooked within the medical sector. It's the most common blood condition. Why do medical professionals barely know about it? Why are there so many that have never heard about sickle cell? It does not make sense. And so that inequality, that medical racism is very, very important to highlight, because it has cost people so many lives. This is not a small thing. People with sickle cell have a lowered life expectancy. Hi guys,
We're taking a quick break from the episode just so Shaya can share exactly how to get involved in the It Takes a Village campaign. Once she's done that, we'll get right back into the episode so she can continue sharing her work in sickle cell advocacy.
It is Shaya. I just wanted to let you know that if you are looking to register to donate blood as part of the It Takes a Village campaign, in which our mission is to get 16,000 new blood donors from Black heritage backgrounds to register to donate blood, all you have to do is go onto my Instagram, Simply Sayo, that is SIMPLY SAYO. So SIMPLYSAYO. Hey, there is a link in my bio to register to donate blood through the campaign. Make sure that you are following the campaign page as well, ITAV campaign on Instagram. Okay, the link is in both of our bios. Register to donate blood, and it is amazing. It's an amazing thing to do. One donation can save 3 adult lives or 6 children, and your community need it. Okay, thank you so much. A crisis episode. There are no words. When my sister was having crises episodes, every time I think about it, it gets me so emotional, because she was in so much pain. so much pain. Like, it's like, it haunts me. It haunts me. I'd be at uni, and whenever I was told that she was in hospital, I'd have a panic attack because I didn't know if she was gonna survive. And even if she did survive, the fact that she was in that much pain anyways it broke my heart. I wasn't able to focus. My grades dipped so much because she was back, and she was in and out of hospital, just in pain. And I'm very, very close to her. She's my daughter. Like, she's so precious to me. And to know that she was experiencing all that pain, and to know that her body was failing her and attacking her the way that a crisis episode does, having witnessed her have so many, it traumatizes you, it radicalizes you. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to advocate, and you know that, thank you, and you know that there are so many things that are making advocacy more difficult, like the over spiritualizing of blood, the cultural stigmas, the shame that is attached to it. There is so much. None of that means anything when someone's life is at risk. I just don't understand. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it's so important to not approach and speak of sickle cell with any kind of superstition, with any kind of over spiritualizing language, with any kind of stigma. This is public health. It is public health. Over 300 children are born with sickle cell every year. It is on the rise. That means that there are children being born with a preventable condition, conversations been had. Yeah. We're up against so many things already as a community. Why would you want to add more stigma and superstition
to a condition
that affects so many of us?
Yeah.
1 in 4 Africans, like Nigerian Ghanaians in the UK, are carriers of sickle cell. 1 in 4. And then people will be dating, and they think that love is enough to override genetic incompatibility that will literally, that can risk the quality of life. It's about the quality of life of your child. People who have knowingly had children, knowing that they are genetically incompatible, they have there have been so many videos that I've seen of people coming online and saying, and feeling embarrassed, feeling ashamed, feeling terrible about it, because they didn't understand the levels. They didn't educate themselves on just how debilitating the condition is. And of course you have that parental guilt. Yeah. And so to completely sidestep that, do the preventative measures, get a genotype screening, call your GP and find out your genotype. Make sure that you are asking the people that you are dating what their genotype is, and if they know it. Make a date of it even. Go and find out your genotypes together. Go and donate blood together, because when you donate blood, you find out your blood type. I'm B positive. And my genotype, I'm AA. I'm the only one in my family that isn't a carrier. My sister is SS. Her genotype is SS, but her blood type is O negative. That's O negative is delicious blood, by the way.
Compatible
for thing, but obviously because she has sickle cell, she's not obviously going to donate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why, and black people are 10 times more likely to be carriers of the RO subtype, which is the kind of blood that is most compatible and the best for treating sickle cell. And so there are so many people who are who carry the RO blood type, who don't donate blood, and they have no idea just how necessary and needed and important their blood is. Your blood donation is invaluable. You need to donate blood. It is so important. It affects too many of us for us to be nonchalant about it.
And that's kind of really the direction I want to take this. Thank you so much for your vulnerability, by the way, and also talking about your sister as well. I think it's such a necessary conversation. And I think in a community where for some reason the condition can be stigmatized, or even just conditions in general, or people who live with debilitating conditions can be stigmatized. I think these are the conversations that need to be had so people know the reality of of what it's like to live with this thing. I really want to lead into, and the reason why we need to champion it within our community is because it's not being championed outside of our community. So there was a specific case in 2019. I want to get the specific name. That's why I'm getting my book out, guys. I actually want to get the specific name. I don't just want to say his first name, because I know his first name. His name was Evan Smith, I think, and he was a sickle cell patient in North Middlesex Hospital in 2019. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he was a sickle cell patient in North Middlesex Hospital in 2019, and it was around COVID time, so they didn't always have beds available for people. So he was in one of the side bays, essentially. So a bay where he couldn't call on a nurse, or a bay where he couldn't essentially get access to oxygen very quickly. But either way, nurses were around, healthcare professionals were around to look after him because he was on an active ward. Does that make sense? He was just on an extra bed. Now, he actually came in initially for, sickle cell patient, but he came in initially for surgery. And then from that surgery, he got sepsis, which is like a widespread infection, basically. He got sepsis.
I think I remember this case.
During sepsis, of course, and one thing you guys need to know is that people with sickle cell are more predisposed to conditions such as stroke, heart attack, myocardial infarctions, things like that, because these blockages block oxygen to these essential organs. And what happens is when the blood blocks oxygen to these essential organs, the organs start to fail, essentially. So this guy already has sepsis, and his blood is already sickled, and he has blockages. Anyway, he called out for a nurse, and he told the nurse, I need oxygen. I really, really need oxygen. And this nurse said to him, your oxygen saturations are fine. Because what healthcare professionals will do is they'll look at your blood saturation, so as in how much oxygen you actually have in your blood, or how much oxygen your blood is actually carrying. However, if you are a sickle cell patient experiencing the fact that I'm in need of oxygen, you need oxygen. Do you understand? It doesn't matter what my saturations are saying. I'm telling you I need oxygen. Yeah. So essentially that nurse was just like, you don't need oxygen. You're essentially making a fuss, essentially. And that is how a lot of sickle cell patients are labelled in the healthcare industry. I've seen it firsthand. They are labelled as drug addicts. They are labelled as difficult. They are labelled as, you don't actually know what you need. Do you understand what I mean? I'm the healthcare professional. I know better. I'm the patient going through my condition. I know better. Anyway, so he's like, I need oxygen. Nurse said, we're not giving you oxygen. Anyway, it got to a point where he felt like he severely needed oxygen that he called 999 whilst he was in the hospital. He called 999. He called the ambulance service while he was on an active ward in North Middlesex Hospital. Anyway, he called 999, and eventually, many hours later, he got oxygen, and he also got a blood transfusion. He died the next day of multiple heart attacks because he didn't get his blood transfusion on time, and because he didn't get his oxygen on time. And because healthcare professionals were continuously negligent to his need for what he said he needed, because he knows his body, he knows what he's going through, and he's telling these healthcare professionals what they need. Anyway, the hospital seems to have somehow redeemed themselves by naming a ward after him. That's not even my issue. My issue is these things are avoidable. And I remember there was a story you told about your sister, your late sister, where she had a specific nurse apparently, and the way she was trying to put the cannula in her arm. And I was just like, so I'm a pharmacist, I work in a hospital. I've seen this firsthand, how these patients they get labelled a certain way. And it's crazy because I think it is because black people are seen as, you just demand too much.
And they don't believe us when we say we're in pain.
They don't believe us when we say we're in pain. For some crazy, odd, insane reason.
Racism.
And exactly. Literally racism. It is seeing black people as less than, because if this was someone else who was saying they had this condition, if they were a white person, you would treat them better. There was actually a study that found that sickle cell patients have 35% longer waiting times. For what reason?
30%.
35% longer waiting times. For what reason? It doesn't actually make sense. And the reason why I want to point out that inequality is because if they are not going to care on the outside, we need to care on the inside, if that makes sense. I make it a point to make nurses understand that you are not in this person's body. You have no clue what they're experiencing. And actually, if you are a white nurse and you're not treating a patient properly, you need to get changed. I will report you, because now there are multiple, essentially like stipulations and things being put in place to kind of protect sickle cell patients more. But the work does need to start with us, basically. Yeah. It literally needs to start within this space about how we treat ourselves and speak about a condition that is attacking us, that is a problem in our community. Do you often find that you see those healthcare inequality with it whenever you find yourself in hospital situations?
Yeah, I think that because I have been going to the hospital with my sister, anytime she has a crisis episode, I'm usually there, like 9 times out of 10, unless like I'm out of the country or I'm, something is stopping me from being there. But there have been so many times where I'm anxious about her going to hospital, even with other people within the family, because I know that they're not as ferocious as I am. They like to do, like platitudes, and they like to be, but for me, it's absolutely like, do the right thing, do right by my sister, or I will report you, and I will be relentless in how I report you. Because the doctor who was losing her patience with my sister, I snapped at her and I told her, don't touch my sister ever again. I do not want you to take care of her because you can't take care of her. Get me another doctor. And I made such a fuss. And people with sickle cell need people advocating for them. And I think I really want to get into a part of what we can do, like collectively, as people, as a community. So there's so many ways that you can support people living with sickle cell. If you're not comfortable donating blood, then you can volunteer your time, or volunteer some donations to charities. Sickle cell Society UK. You donate. You can hold. You can call them up or email them, or just see what it is they are in need of. You can take it upon yourself to educate yourself on sickle cell, on understanding what the condition is like, because it's more than likely that you have someone in your life who has been impacted by it. So taking it upon yourself to educate yourself on this condition that is so pervasive in the community is a matter of urgency. Because when you're able to educate yourself, you're then able to educate other people, you're then able to have the conversations. You can organize blood drives as well. It's not, anyone can be a sickle cell advocate. Anybody can be a sickle cell advocate. If more people were sickle cell advocates, we'd be addressing a lot more of the needs that sickle cell, that people living with sickle cell need, So there's lots of things that can be done. And so it's just about using your imagination and being proactive. It's not a thing of waiting and hoping. It's not a thing of praying. It's not a thing of any of that. Do the practical things and take the steps that are needed to address the problem that is very much within our human control and our human power to control and to have an impact on. And I would even suggest as well, if you're religious, if you go to a mosque or a church, etc., ask your pastor if you can dedicate monthly devotions or something, or monthly sermons or something to highlighting the importance of sickle cell, even if it's weekly. Create that urgency. Because it is a community thing. So when you're in spaces of community where you have Black people gathered, speak about sickle cell, try to instill and create that kind of take it upon yourself to create that. Go to your pastor and say, pastor, is very important, or go to the heads of the church and insist. Don't take no for an answer, because this is literally life and death. I can't imagine them being opposed to it, and if they are, that's not the kind of church that you should be at. I'm sorry, because how can you neglect the needs of the community like that? Make sure that you are emphasizing, you know what I mean? Make sure that you are emphasizing, and wherever you have Black people gathered, that sickle cell is something that that has been brought up regularly. We need to be so proactive. We can't just be talking about being in community with one another, but we're fragmented. We're not talking about the things that actually impact the community. So many people have lost loved ones. So many people have lost loved ones. And then you find out in the sermon or in the church or wherever, you find out
After
through the
the
grapevine
fact.
after the fact, when there are things that we can do proactively. I'm not religious. I don't go to a church, but I would more than happily go to every church and be like, look, we need to put in place something or a program that when you're recruiting people or bringing people into the church, it's very important that you know your blood type. Do you know your blood type? And it's not a thing it's not invasive. It's just about creating that culture of conversation
awareness.
and normalizing it.
Yeah.
Every single church, every single Black church, every single Black mosque should regularly be speaking on sickle cell and encouraging the members to get screened. Very openly, very publicly. This should be happening. This should be happening.
For healthcare professionals watching this, what single word or sentence would you say to them when it comes to the care of sickle cell patients? There's so much.
It's your duty. It's your duty. It's your duty. You have a duty of care. It's your duty to know about it. It is your responsibility to know about it. It's your job to know about it. It's your career to know about it. It's annoying. It's really painful because we shouldn't be getting failed like this. We shouldn't be having to not rely. We shouldn't not be able to trust the care that we are getting. We're paying taxes.
Yeah, facts.
Fact.
And you
can't take care of me.
You can't take care. You've never heard of sickle cell. You'll go, nursing students, medical students aren't being taught about sickle cell. You mean to tell me throughout the entirety of your course, you were not taught about sickle cell in enough detail for you to have the understanding? It's not good enough. It's not good enough at all. And I think we need to entitle ourselves to the anger. I'm mad as fuck. I'm absolutely angry. I shouldn't be having to do this. I shouldn't be having to do this campaign. I shouldn't be having to go around the country to raise awareness about this. I shouldn't be having to do this. if the infrastructure, if the care was there within the medical sector, this wouldn't be needed. But our community has been failed time and time again, and the mistrust that a lot of people in our community have towards the medical institutions is valid. It's fair. It's fair. It's their job to do better. And it's unfair that we are having to as well as, try and survive racism, we're also
trying to survive
survive the negligence of care. I don't believe in just waiting for things to be done or seeing something that needs to be done and then not doing it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you think that if you know that there is such a huge inequality and there is something that you can conceive that can help bridge that will better your community as a healthcare professional, then do that. Go to the matron of the ward and let them know, look, I want to start something that will directly address and better educate and better equipped the nurses and the medical staff with dealing with on how to deal with sickle cell patients. It's just having that initiative. It's just about initiative. The It Takes a Village campaign is just an initiative. I was on the phone to Karen, my representative at the NHS, when she told me that the NHS currently needs 12,000 new blood donors. Immediately after she said that, I already knew that, okay, cool, then I'm going to launch a campaign to get 12,000 new blood donors. And I just did it. Just do it. Just do it. Just go to your place of worship. Go to the pastors, to the heads of the church, to the heads of the mosque, and tell them, we need to do this. And don't take no for an answer. I think it's just having that tenacity and that audacity to get done what it is you need to get done, and implement and create a scheme or whatever it is, and at least put it forward and be unrelenting with it, because again, it is literally life and death. Spaces of community are supposed to serve the community. We are supposed to demand more. We are entitled to demand more. So demand more.
Shayo, thank you so much for taking us on the journey of sickle cell and literally putting us into the world of the advocacy, and also empowering other people in our community to start that work of advocacy as well. And I hope you guys take this and actually go out and do that work in your community.
Donate blood.
Literally. We are going to take a little break now, and after the break, we are going to be playing We Are Not Really Strangers, guys. We are going to be going into the details of Shayo's life. She will be on the hot seat, so you want to stick around. She's going to be asking the most intrusive questions, and questions she has never answered before on the internet. Okay?
It's getting juicy.
I love some oversharing.
Guys, welcome back. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode so far. We are in this part, honestly my favourite part of any of our episodes. We are going to be playing a quick game called We're Not Really Strangers. And for those of you guys who hang around with us a lot, you know me and Sav love this game. Literally, this pod was built on the bedrock of this game because it just made us get much more closer as friends. And we want to take you on this journey, Shayo. You are on the hot seat of We're Not Really Strangers. Are you ready?
I'm ready, baby.
So the way this is going to work with you is we have laid out a bunch of level 2 questions on the desk, right? And what you're going to do is pick any sort of random question. We're going to start level 1 first. Okay. Yeah. And you only get one pass throughout the whole entire game.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
So any question you pick, we will ask it to you, and you will only get one pass. But once you've used your pass, you're going to have to answer the question, my love.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into this Gigiana, baby.
Okay. All right. So should I just head straight into it?
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Level 1. So the question is, who do you think my celebrity crush is?
See, I need to know if she's into black men or white men. That's why I need to start. She's
I
into
mean,
black
she has made you.
She's
She
into black
has
men.
made it
Yeah,
clear.
she doesn't
has
like
made it
Luke.
clear.
She doesn't like
Ages
Luke.
ago. All this sometimes.
Luke, you raggedy bitch.
This sometimes she was already hammering on.
Who is your celebrity crush?
I don't have one. The last.
Of course, you bloody died.
I don't know why I was expecting that.
A celebrity crush. Am I 12? Like I don't
Exactly. What's it got?
like okay.
Fair enough. Okay,
Should
let's
we
do
put that one
level
over?
one,
Yeah, okay, one more level one. Let's
and then we'll
do
move on to the real.
let's do this one.
questions. Tell me.
Okay. So finish the sentence. Just by looking at you, I'd think
I would think. This is a very audacious one.
You're
Even
a warrior.
the way you walk, self. one hip here, one hip there. Every second, hip.
you know the West is cutie. What can I say?
She does not know how to chill. My God, and I love it for her. That's what I think. What about you?
Classy.
Classy.
She has class. She has class.
And what demure babe?
Sometimes demure, sometimes demonic, sometimes
Depending on the avenue.
She
depending.
said demonic. You missed it.
Sometimes.
I heard it.
Are you ready for the level 2 questions? Do you want us to pick for you?
Yes, please. I have short T-Rex arms.
Where do you
She
want
will
to
just
go?
direct it.
That one.
This one?
This one?
This one is interesting. If you could get to know someone in your life on a deeper level, who would it be and why?
Someone in my life on a deeper level. Who would it be actually?
That's a good question. Oh.
Yeah. I think I would say my dad.
Wow. And
Wow.
why is that?
That's good.
Because I think as much as I think that I already know him, I would like to know if who I think he is the full person. Like I'd like to know him before he was my dad, and do you know what I mean? Like I'd like to know him. My relationship with him is not great, and so I think for that reason, I'd like to know, just to confirm, or because I'm pretty convinced I know him.
You want to hear like his side more, his perspective on like his own life before you came along.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not so like, I doubt I'll like what there is. Yeah, to be honest.
Do you think you would ever go out of your way to start that conversation yourself, or would you want him to start that conversation?
He wouldn't start the conversation, and I just don't. I don't think I really care enough to be honest with you. Yeah, because like I'm your child. Like if the relationship was to be like even better, was to be better than what it is, then I feel like that's the parents' responsibility. Because for me, I'm very much like, the relationship that I have with people in my life is the kind of relationship that I fostered. It's the kind of relationship that I have let them know that I want to have with them. Do you know what I mean? For various reasons. And so, yeah. But I think I'd say him, but probably my mum as well, to be honest with you, like before she was my mother. Because she's interesting as well.
Are you closer to your mum or your dad?
Oh, definitely closer to my mum. Yeah. I feel like I know both of them quite well, but at the same time, that's based on my experience with them as their daughter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things, like there were stories that they always have that they just randomly drop, some family law. Then I'm like, oh, shit, when was that?
Where did that
When
come
did
from?
that happen? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I said like how much I think I know
Yeah.
of them compared to how much there is to know.
Yes.
I love that answer.
sense.
You are laying all cards bare. I love it. Are you feeling to stomach another one?
Yeah, I could do another one.
What are you still trying to prove to yourself?
I ain't got shit to prove.
To yourself?
To myself, what? I ain't got shit to prove.
Because
You are the proof.
No, literally, I am the proof. Like, I am the proof. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't have anything to prove to anyone, including myself. Like, I'm just here to live life, experience what it is I experience, learn the things that I learn, and be the person that I am. And that's obviously not going to be the same person. Like, I've obviously, as much as I've maintained a steadfastness in my being, there's also different paths that I've taken that have led me to discovering a different part to myself. Like, my last relationship, I learned so much about myself, and I didn't need, like, it wasn't like I have to prove myself as any, like, I didn't feel any need to prove anything to anyone. I was just being me. So
this is how I'm evolving.
Yeah,
this is how I'm changing
it's really
because
just
of this
about
experience.
growth. Yeah, it's just
that's
about,
good.
like, experiencing life. Like, I have nothing to prove to anyone, including myself.
Let's do another one. I'm loving this.
Okay, you guys can pick randomly for me.
Oh, what's the hardest truth you had to face this past year?
That you can do everything you think right by someone, and they still choose to hurt you and not really know you, despite all of the ways that you have shown yourself to be this person. They can still always come to their own conclusions based on whatever worldview, perception that they have of you.
Wow, that's deep. I feel like that's deep and is in relation to something.
Yeah, definitely. It was a situation with someone that I was very close to, and whose relationship I actually really thought that I, fostered a lot better than what they've become, essentially, and how they've seen me. Like, they let me know just how easy it is for someone to completely just see you in a way that just shocks you, that you never thought that they'd see you in.
You know how I know is that this is personal? Because you have to articulate it.
Yeah.
You're literally in the process of envisioning the whole process just for you to be able to articulate your word.
Yeah,
that's how I know that.
I'm still processing it, to be honest, because it was a massive, it hurt like a lot.
Yeah, because
it sounds like it.
It was a heartbreak, to be honest with you, because the person that I knew, the person that they were, isn't the person that I didn't know that they were capable of some of the things that they did. Yeah, I didn't know they were capable of that.
Do you have time for one more?
Yes, I do.
Okay, should we do one more and call it a day?
More, yeah.
Which one?
Where are you going?
Let's do the one in the middle.
What's been your happiest memory this past year?
Oh, I love that.
This past year?
I think it's Carnival.
What?
The way you were shaking in Carnival. Oh my days. This year?
I didn't see you at Carnival.
This year?
What?
The way she was.
Really?
Carnival was fun.
My
yeah,
goodness.
next year I'm gonna be in costume.
She was.
Yeah, next year I'm gonna be in costume. I can't wait.
She will be. I thought you were in costume this year.
I was supposed to be, but it was. I decided that I was going too last minute. But literally, like this year, I already hit up the costume designer, and I'm like, babes, let's get started. Yeah, let's get to prepping. So I already got that underway for next year. But the happiest memory that I have this year, I think I think launching the campaign, to be honest with you, it was very bittersweet. And so it was an extreme high, but it was also a really big low, because obviously it was born of grief, you know, and I'm really proud of the way that I have channeled my grief and my mourning into advocacy to impact the lives of people in my community. I think when I launched it and all of the subsequent, milestones and achievements thereafter, it's like, it feels good. It feels really good to know that I set out to do something and that I'm achieving it, and that it's not something that is a one and done or a selfish achievement. It's something that is having real life impact, and that's all I really care about, having impact. For me, I think influence is one thing, but impact is otherworldly, and knowing that I'm able to do that, and it's even in a capacity that isn't even my final form. Like,
I'm not even there yet.
Yeah, honestly, like, this is just me doing what I can with what I'm gonna do the best with what I got, kind of thing. Because I think, like, I remember when I was younger, I wanted to be a sickle cell specialist. Like during like secondary school and etc. I wanted to be a sickle cell specialist. But I live for the theatre. I live for the job. I live for the arts.
Yes.
I really live for the arts. It's, and so I just kind of I've always known that I was going to have an impact on sickle cell awareness and advocacy. And it was always going to be in a way that allowed me to kind of have my cake and eat it too. I'm able to do so many things creatively, and, because that would, if I were to not explore that part of me and commit myself and honor that side of me, I would not be nearly as fulfilled or as happy as I think I could have been. And so the advocacy that I do now in the way that I do it is a different route to the same destination. So I think, that's been a really, really happy memory, happy thing for me this year, because it's ever present and it's ever growing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
almost
constantly
calling
bringing
as well.
me. It just feels
very.
It feels very, like, it's very intentional. Like, I've always said that I want to have an impact on public health regarding sickle cell. So, and I am.
Simply Sayo, the woman that you are. Or should I say Sayo, the woman that you are. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing for our community and educating us on what we need to be speaking about publicly, and also for just being you, because I feel like you are a voice to many people who are voiceless and who are trying to find their voice. And I'm so happy that we have people who are an example of authenticity and know how to show up as their full authentic selves. So it gives other people the permission to do so. So thank you so much.
Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you.
Like, the sky is not even your limit. I cannot wait to see everything you do with your life. Honestly, I've had so much fun.
Yeah, I have. I mean, I want to play more, but
we need to let the woman go.
honestly speaking,
You've been so gracious to give us your time. Honestly, we're so grateful.
I'm happy. I'm really, really, genuinely, really
honestly
happy, because the beauty of this is the fact that this is still new to us. And you gave us that grace.
Yes.
Of course, I love you guys.
It's that grace of understanding that, these guys, they are doing this.
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job. Honestly, I think the fact that, it's beautiful to see your friendship and to see that play out on camera, like, it's very, very inviting. And I hope you guys really take in all that you are doing and what it is you are building, and, the example that you are showing by just being yourself and just, really honoring the dynamic that you guys have. I think it's really, really beautiful. I think it's amazing to see, two black men having such a free friendship, such a free relationship with one another. It's amazing to see. Oh, blessed. I think it's really.
I don't want to cry.
I think it's.
I'm a
I
big
think
boy.
it's.
I'm a big boy. I won't cry.
You're
I
a
won't
big
cry.
boy. I think it's amazing.
I'm a very big boy. I won't cry. Mommy, get the tissue, baby. I won't cry. No.
I'm telling you, the amount of times that people have tagged me, people have DM'd you, people have messaged about you guys. I said, what you bomb? Me too, I like them now. But yeah, no, I'm honoured to have been your first. Oh, am I saying that?
Yeah, of course. You're our first guest.
I'm
You're actually
honoured
the
to
first.
be your
Honestly,
first
we are
guest.
honoured to have you as our first guest. It's been such a vibe. Are you kidding me?
It's so much fun.
You know
The
what?
whole
You even mentioned with
day.
the cats.
No, honestly, the whole day.
Set, literally. Shayo, it's been a pleasure.
It's been
been an
fantastic.
absolute pleasure experiencing you being here with us, and I can't wait for us to chop up again.
I cannot wait.
Look after yourself.
Cannot wait. Thank you so much, baby.
Oh my God, Sev. That was an amazing...
Sensational.
Like, it was the best conversation ever. I honestly couldn't have hoped or wished for a better conversation.
Yes.
Experiencing that
Yes.
woman has... Not only has it impacted me, moves me to action, but it's just changed me and inspired me, because one thing I was saying is, even before we get into the whole work she's doing with sickle cell awareness, she's just an amazing woman to experience, because she's so in tune with her authenticity.
Very sweet.
And what I was telling Sev earlier is that I love people like that. People who you come across and you're just like, it was amazing to experience you. Because that's what it was. It was an experience, because you are so dead set in your authenticity. I really enjoyed this conversation.
honestly, from the launch to the set, the vibe is just different.
The vibe was there. We hope you guys enjoyed the conversation as well. And we hope that you feel moved to action, especially if you are a black person watching this, or even of anyone of BAME community. This is something we all need to shout. Or BAME,
Yes,
white, black,
yes,
purple,
yes.
blue. This is something we all need to shout about, especially when it comes to giving blood. And please follow the instructions that Shayo gave you when it comes to signing up for giving blood towards the campaign. We not only would we appreciate it, but the people who are living with this disease will, I believe, greatly appreciate it. And we need to hit that target.
Absolutely.
It has to be done.
We are helping our own.
Exactly.
That's the best
Literally,
way.
we're helping our
We're
own.
helping. Now I understand what it means to actually donate blood. So I will actually recommend, or I will encourage people to actually donate blood.
Yeah.
Because you're helping a life.
I loved how we were able to really get into her life at the end when we're not really strangers.
That was
I feel like that's a
sweet.
side of her that the internet hasn't seen.
Yes,
so I was able that
yes.
we were able to do that here, because I think she was very vulnerable, honestly.
Oh, yes.
Especially to
Oh,
speak
yes.
about her father, and then also a recent heartbreak, which, to be honest, I don't know whether it's romantic or friendship, because I think heartbreak can also be platonic.
Yep.
The recent heartbreak that she's also experienced this year as well, I think that was amazing for people who follow Shayo online and see the stuff that she does, to get an insight to kind of her real life and her humanity. And that's something we strive to do on this platform.
Yes.
First guest, everybody.
First guest, yo.
We hope you enjoy the conversation. Let us know what you think in the comments of this conversation. Let us know who else you want us to have on the pod. Although this was a very interesting and strenuous
My
episode.
goodness.
You guys can see we had multiple cameras.
Sam?
We're not doing it again, are we?
We're not doing it
unless
again.
it's Shayo herself that wants to come on
Yes,
again. That's
yes,
when we'll
yes.
do it. But let us know what you guys think of the guest episodes. Let us know if you want us to do more of it. If you guys want more of it, we're gonna give it to you. We're gonna feed you, baby. But just please make sure you guys share this episode.
I don't think you're understanding the expense of that.
I can't lie, the price was high. We need a sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
We need a sponsor ASAP. Guys, share this episode with someone you love. Share this episode with someone who needs to hear about sickle cell and needs to be educated as well. Share it with your mum, your father, your brothers, your sisters, everyone in your community. And guys, if you are watching on if you are watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe. If you are listening on Apple Music or any other podcast platform, make sure you give us 5 stars where you are listening.
Yes.
We love you.
We love you.
We adore you.
We adore
Have
you.
a beautiful and
Have
wonderful
a
week.
beautiful,
Look
wonderful
after
week.
yourself and tell
Yes.
someone you love them.
Tell someone you love them.
I love you,
Oh,
Seb.
I love you, bro.
Take care of yourself, guys. Bye now.
Bye.